I'm Paul. I'm here in the deep south of Georgia, and I've been living 100% off-grid for a year and a half now. And this has been such a wonderful experience. It's a great way to live. I think that it is the best way to live. It brings you closer to yourself. It brings you closer to nature. Like, I've got hummingbirds and dragonflies and rabbits and deer, my garden, fruit trees, everything is around me. And I've been living more symbiotically and more connected to all this nature around me. And it's been great. It's been very freeing. And I think that we are missing a lot of these types of connections with ourselves and with nature and with others in this modern day and age of the human experience. And by choosing to live off grid, this is a way that we get to bring that connection to the human experience back into our lives. So as a percentage of you viewing my videos are in the beginning stages of dreaming and planning your own off-grid life and adventure, what I want to do in this video is just give 5 ways that you can start living the off-grid dream right now. Wherever you are in the world, whatever your situation is, these are 5 things that you can do and start living the off-grid experience right now. Number 1 is to invest a little bit of money into a small solar powering unit. And this could be something like a Bluetti, like a small Bluetti unit, or a Jackery, where you get the battery and the power storage system. And then you also get a small solar panel that you can hook the two up, bring energy in from the sun and store it into the battery. And then you can use it right out of the battery. A lot of these small batteries have different plugs for your USB, and you can plug in some of your smaller appliances, and you can start playing around with and getting your feet wet in the world of solar. And you can use this little solar battery for simple everyday items like charging your phone or your laptop. You can charge up your batteries for your power tools, and maybe even use some of your smaller kitchen appliances like your toaster or juicer or blender, little things like that. And that way you're getting that clean, direct energy off grid from the sun right into your daily small electronics that you use. This simple way of exploring solar power will teach you a tremendous amount about solar power, because I know it can get kind of confusing when you start going into like the wattage and the watt hours and all these different jargons and stuff to know about solar power. Just start with something small and something simple, something that you can use with your functional items that you use every single day anyways. Number 2 is start collecting rainwater. This does not have to be any awesome, extravagant, sophisticated system. You can go and purchase a small 5-gallon bucket, put it at the end of your water spout from your gutters, and when it rains, collect 5 gallons of water. Or go get a 32-gallon garbage can and do the exact same thing. Get a little spout you can put right out of your spout on your gutters, and when it rains, let that 32-gallon water barrel fill up, and then use that water for some kind of external use. This can be for your garden or your fruit trees. This could be for washing. Maybe you do a small load of laundry, just to experience collecting the water from the sky and then putting it to a functional, practical use. Now, when it comes to collecting rainwater and then using it unfiltered, obviously don't use that for internal. Don't cook with it, don't drink it, but you can use it for external uses. And that's a great way to start exploring the off-grid experience in the collection of water. So very simple. It does not cost much. Just a small 5-gallon bucket if you want to start with that, or go a little bit bigger with a 20 or a 32-gallon trash can, plastic, very cheap. And then you can just change out that water spigot on your gutter to fit into that bucket. Takes a little bit of craftiness, but that's the off-grid life, right? Gotta be a little crafty with the off-grid. But this will teach you so much about rainwater collection, how much water that you need, how much, how far does a few gallons of water really go, and it'll help to kind of get you a little bit more conscious about your water usage. I think it's really cool to be able to experience these pieces of the off-grid life in your own home, even if you're on grid, and it's all about getting your feet wet. Third thing that you can do to experience the off-grid lifestyle while you're not off-grid is to learn about cooking your food on an open fire. This teaches you a couple of things. One, in your backyard, you can get a fire pit. You could dig a fire pit, get some rocks. It's going to teach you about fire safety. It's going to teach you about how to build a fire. You can build fires specifically for cooking so you can get nice hot coals, and you can invest in a nice Dutch oven. And this is a great place to begin learning how to cook on an open fire off grid, just with a simple Dutch oven. Put everything in there, make some stews, make some soups. You can bake some potatoes, all kinds of really cool stuff you can do with a Dutch oven. Make sure you have a cast iron Dutch oven, something like by Lodge. And I like the ones with the brims. That way you can bake with it, because you can put some hot coals on top of it, plus have the coals underneath it. And then you can bake even some breads. You can even throw a couple cookies in there and just start learning how to cook and make some delicious meals off grid. No gas, no electric, just the good old raw nature of making some amazing, delicious food. In my experience, this is my favorite way to cook, and I think food tastes the most amazing when it is cooked on the open fire. So number 4 is start a raised bed garden or a potted garden. So even if you don't have a backyard space, if you live in an apartment, maybe you have a little deck, maybe you don't, maybe you only have indoors, get a few pots. You can start off with some herbs that you like to use on a daily basis in your cooking. If you do have access to a little bit more space outside, then you can start off with 1 or 2 raised beds, grow some simple leafy greens, some radishes, maybe some carrots, things that you enjoy to eat. It could be some strawberries, anything that's very simple to grow. And that way you get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to grow your own food. Then you can also take some of those ingredients that you grew yourself, throw it into your Dutch oven while you're cooking that delicious meal over the fire. And then, of course, while you're gardening and while you're cooking, go ahead and take those food scraps and start composting them. And that way you're closing off that food cycle. Number 5 is being able to find experiences where you can take the previous 4 and bring them all together into one experience. And this is to go on a weekend off-grid camping trip. You can do these trips solo by yourself, with a significant other, with the family, get everybody involved. And you bring along your solar power. You bring along some collected rainwater. Bring your food with you. Maybe even harvest some food or some herbs out of the garden that you could bring with you. Bring your Dutch oven, and then you can cook some delicious meals on your off-grid camping retreat. And again, this is a great way to bring these basic skills all together. So there's no excuse to why you cannot experience the off-grid dream. If this is a dream for you and something you've been thinking about wanting to take on, this whole off-grid life, doing it in your own way. But there are some of those basic necessities, right? Those basic needs of being able to collect water, having some power, growing your own food, cooking that food with natural energy, like just natural heat source. And so these are 5 simple things that you can start doing right now today and experience the off-grid life. If you have another one to add to the list, let me know down in the comments below. Help everybody out, because I think that if this is a lifestyle that you truly want to experience and embrace, you should absolutely go for it. But while you're dreaming it and while you're planning it, you don't have to wait until you have that acreage way out in the country. Wherever you are right now, you can start. You can start building skills and start learning about these systems and creating these systems. And then when you do find your land, when you are finally out there and you're starting and you're doing it, you have some experience that you can draw from. And every little bit of preparatory experience before you get to the land is going to help you out majorly. And if you are already doing some of these things, employing some of these things into your life, even if you are living on grid, let me know about your experiences. Let me know about how you're collecting rainwater. What kind of solar power systems are you using? What brands are you using? What are you growing in your garden? Maybe a potted garden, maybe a tower garden. Maybe you have a whole backyard. Maybe you live in a small, tiny space. How are you doing it? I'd love to hear about your experiences down in the comments below. If you like videos like this with some off-grid tips, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more awesome upcoming videos here to the channel. And I'll catch you back here next time, all right? All right, my friends, go out there, get connected, connect yourself to the land, and I'll see you back here in the next one.